babies in your diapers. Welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Boy.
That's me, Tiberius. Today we are going to talk about some very awesome stuff. We have a very cool video going to talk about, a great book about a kid with asthma, Bible and the score report, and we got a totally awesome guest. The one, the only, the amazing Jennifer Quigley. Jennifer works on one of our sponsors, Oak Ridge Gun Range.
How are you doing today, Mr. Tiberius?
I'm doing good. Today we are going to start off with the video game of the week, and this is going to be an efficient one.
Why don't you tell me about this video game that you got going?
And now it's time for the video game of the week.
Today's video game is Satisfactory. So this is a game on the Epic platform. It was made by the team at Coffee Stain Studios. I've been waiting to review this game since my dad brought me a copy of it over a month ago. This game is so much crazy fun. So first off, you land on a planet and you get a weapon to defend yourself from creatures. Then you get a workbench that allows you to make things, but you have to get the resources to make those things. So you collect iron and copper and you'll upgrade your workbench. Then you get limestone and turn it into concrete and then make your first automated machine. See, the goal is to not work, but still get stuff done. So you build buildings that does all the work for you and unlock better ways to do it faster and faster. The cool part is that you get conveyor belts to move resources around faster and faster. So you can build buildings that will take certain resources and make new items and get those items to move to another place and even make bigger items. And those items you move to the space elevator to access bigger and bigger technology. I really like that you can play with other people. This game is very much like Factorio, except you can walk around in 3D and even encouraged to build up and make your factories go in all directions. I really don't like running out of power. So you have to collect leaves and trees to run the biomatter generators until you unlock coal. Since you can play with your friends, I get generators until you unlock coal. Since you can play with your friends, I get my dad to do all the coal work so we can have unlimited power and I don't have to worry about getting leaves anymore. Yes.
That's nice. I wish I had a dad that would do that for me.
I give Satisfactory 11 out of 10 stars because I think this one is one of the coolest games that I have played and I can get my dad to play it anytime. I even got to stay up sometimes if I tell my dad that I want to play this with them. You can put lots of people in the game and when you work together, you can make some very efficient factories. Oh, and this game is still in beta.
Are you serious?
Not kidding. See, TiberiusSmithLaw.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help people.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is CWSmithLaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties. Contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. And now it's time for the book of the week, Amazing Monty. This book is written by Johanna Hubitz. Let me read you the back of the book. In fact, Jennifer, would you want to do the honor?
Sure. First grader Montgomery Gerald Morris, known to everyone as Monty, is an amazing reader, and it's because he's such a great reader that he finds out about the pair of parakeets in need of a new home. But even though things turn out exactly as Monty expects with the birds, exciting things are happening at school and at home. First, there's the surprising new pets in his classroom. Then there's the amazing news that Monty will have a new brother or sister. In fact, first grade is turning out to be an amazing year. Does that sound interesting? The third book.
First off, this is an AR book. This is a 4th grade book and it's worth 1 AR point. The author was a true librarian and wrote a number of books for young readers. She wanted to write about the boy with asthma because she had never seen a book on the real subject. So the story is about Monty. He is a normal shy boy with asthma. Asthma is a condition that makes it hard for you to breathe. So he has to keep it in here and live with him at all times in case he has an attack and cannot breathe. Because of this, he has to stay away from dogs and not over-exercise himself. This is a chapter book. It has 6 chapters in it, and each one tells a story about Monty. But it's normal everyday things and sometimes have to work around the fact that he has asthma. This time, Monty reads a note about 2 birds that someone was trying to give away, but it took too long to ask his parents permission, so someone else got them first. But when he went to class, he found that his teacher got them for the class pet. This was good because the bird would not interfere with his asthma. Then he found out that he was going to be a big brother. He could not wait to find out if it would be a boy or a girl. He really wanted a baby brother. Later, while being with his friends in a car, they went through a car wash and Monty started to have an asthma attack. He had hit his inhaler and it was okay. Then they surprised his mother with a baby shower, and in the end, he got the best surprise of all. And you'll find out what it is if you read the book. I give Amazing Monty 10 out of 10 stars because I really like that he learns to find ways around the issues that come up because of his asthma. Monty does a lot of cool things and always finds a way to do something interesting. I think all 3rd graders should read this book.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part is the surprise, but I can't tell you guys.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SlutChannelUS.com. The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373.
And now it's time for the interview of an interesting person. Today's guest is going to be so much fun. Today we have the one, the only, the amazing Jennifer Quigley. Jennifer is the manager at Oak Ridge Gun Range, which is one of my sponsors. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, Tiberius.
So first off, how are you enjoying being on the show?
Oh, it's been awesome. It's definitely interesting little studio you guys have here.
So what is the best part about working at a gun range?
The best thing about working at a gun range, I'd say, is just all the interesting people you meet. You got some very interesting people in this world that, come in. We deal with a lot of tourists at our gun range just because we're so close to the theme parks and stuff like that. But, just interesting people in Orlando and from all over the world.
Well,
The best part about working at the gun range is I get to shoot whenever I want.
really?
Yeah.
Because you're the manager?
Yeah, and you can come by and see me if you want and do some more shooting.
Maybe we can take turns.
Oh, of course.
I'm not used to sniper, by the way, with the scope.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so did you grow up around firearms, or did you learn about them when you started working at Oak Ridge?
Well, I grew up around them. My dad hung out at the gun range when I was little, and even before I was born. I grew up there, and after high school and stuff, I just got a part-time job there to help pay for college, and it just kind of matured into a real big girl job.
When you were a kid, what did you want to do when you grew up? Did you always know you were going to be managing a gun range?
No, actually I didn't. My mom always said I was bossy, so she knew I would be in charge of or organizing something like that, but, and I
Not
was...
a gun range.
Say that again?
Not a gun range.
No, I don't think she thought a gun range. My dad is the one that has the passion for the guns, and my mom not so much, but... You know, it just worked out, and I find them very interesting, so I just fell into it.
What's the coolest firearm that you have been able to shoot?
The coolest gun I have ever shot before would be, it's something called a DP-12. It's so much fun. It's just 14 rounds of 12 gauge, and, you know, you pump it once and pull the trigger twice, and just lots of fun.
So it's like a double barrel shotgun?
Yeah, it is. It's like a zombie apocalypse gun. Yeah, pretty much. You know, when you get older, you can come by and we can shoot it.
Yeah, maybe we should do it.
Yeah.
So what is the first job you ever had?
Actually, working at the gun range is the first job I've ever had. I started working there right after high school, and like I said earlier, we used it to help pay for classes, and then after I graduated, it just became a full-time thing.
Okay. So if my listeners wanted to grow up to work with firearms and at a range, what advice would you give them?
My advice would be to don't overcomplicate it, because it can be very simple, but it's also very intimidating for new people coming into it. So, you know, and it's really hard to find, you know, just down-to-earth people when it comes to firearms. A lot of people have their opinion. And yeah, and the older guys that have been into for a while, you know, they're like set in their ways and what they like and what they prefer and stuff. And sometimes that's not necessarily the best for you or for whoever the customer is, but you just have to kind of get a feel for what works best for you.
My teacher says that I will use math every day. Do you use math when you were at work?
Yes, I use math every day. But
Knew it.
one difference is in school they don't let you use a calculator. I can use a calculator. I remember my teacher saying the same thing.
What was the biggest mistake you ever made, and how did it change you as a person?
I would say that my biggest mistake is also probably my most embarrassing mistake I've had. Whenever I first started working at the gun range, they had me putting guns on Gunbroker, which is a website similar to like eBay, but for guns. And I was typing up a description for a gun, and if you ever have heard of a Colt, it has a picture of a rampant colt on the side of it, which is a horse. But I called it a little horsey instead of a rampant colt. And so to this day, I still get made fun of for that. And it's pretty funny. Looking back at it, it was an innocent, honest mistake. But, you know, I was young and didn't know that much about them at the time. So
when you were not working, what do you do for fun?
I play it.
Shoot guns, maybe?
No, I don't shoot as many as you would think, actually. I play a lot of video games, actually, with my husband. And we go to the gym, and I have, like, small crafts, but mostly video games.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite video game, at the moment, because that's how video games work, my favorite video game at the moment, I would say, is World of Warcraft. I got back into it again. It's been a drug. I know, it's terrible. I've been through 10 long years of back on and off of it. But I
thought you were going to say Overwatch.
Yeah. I play Overwatch. That's what I was going to say.
What level are you?
I'm like tiny in comparison, probably only like 47 or something. But to be fair,
Necessarily, I'm level 104.
Oh, really? What class do you play?
Necessarily sniper, tank.
Do you like Reinhardt? He's probably my favorite tank.
Yeah, I do have a legendary skin for him.
Oh, yeah? Which one is that?
It's the one with no head.
No head. That's the Headless Horseman?
No, not that one. It was... I forgot the name of it. It was the one with no helmet. Yeah, that one.
Okay. I think that was like a Halloween skin. Well, the last time I saw you at the range, you liked the sniper girl. She was your favorite.
Yeah, she was.
Why is she your favorite? The way you looked right there.
Necessarily because it's from StarCraft.
Oh, is that okay?
Do you know Cregan?
Yeah, I do know Cregan. I played StarCraft. Yep.
Remember that she turned into Zerg?
Yes, I remember that.
She did. And I had that skin for Widowmaker.
Oh, really? I didn't know that was even a possibility. That's pretty cool.
It is. I got it from a loot box, by the way.
Oh, really? I get crap from loot boxes.
Okay, so what is your favorite book?
My favorite book. Well, it's been a long time since I've read a book, but my favorite book would have to be The Giver. They made it into a movie, and it was just a very interesting book. Have you ever read it?
No.
You should.
Okay. Now can you tell me that one story? You know, remember, this is a kid show, but that one story, well, that you're not supposed to tell me about. Come on, you can tell me.
That one story that I'm not supposed to tell you about. I had bought my husband, at the time he wasn't my husband, but I bought him a Mosin Nagant, which is a very nice, like almost sniper rifle style thing, like you would like. And I bought it for him, and we took it to the range to shoot it, and at the gun range, I took my first shot, and I hit the carrier and knocked off part of the carrier on the ground. So they gave it to me as part of a trophy. And you're not supposed to shoot that caliber on the range because of that. But we don't tell anybody about that. It's just our secret.
Is there anything else you think my listeners should know about you?
Well, I teach the class at the gun range, and I give classes at the gun range a lot too.
Really?
Yeah, I do. One-on-one classes. I get a lot of females who come in and want to have
Shoot some guns?
Yeah, they want to shoot some guns, but they also they prefer to have a female trainer just because it's a little bit more personal, and I'm like a little bit more understanding, and other guys can be a little bit more aggressive and stuff like that. So
Is this called self-defense?
I don't teach self-defense in the class, but I go over just like the basic use of the firearm and shooting it, and also I touch on a few like just common sense kind of defense topics, because some people have a really misunderstood convoluted idea of how they think someone's going to attack them, and they think they need like something they can defend from like 50 feet or more away, but it's if someone's gonna attack you or rob you or whatever, they're gonna be right next to you, right on top of you.
Do you have a website or Facebook for my listeners that want to follow you?
Yeah, I have. I have the gun range, just Facebook, but we also are on Instagram, and I handle all that. So if you want to see anything I post, you can follow us on Instagram, or you can follow us on Facebook at oakridgegunrange.com.
I have to go try to do that.
Our Instagram is Oak Ridge Gun Range 407, and then on Facebook it's just Oak Ridge Gun Range.
What is that one question that you think I forgot to ask you?
What's your favorite gun?
Now that you're asking me that question, the SSG, it's like a sniper.
Oh yeah. Where'd you hear about that gun at?
Yeah, you should. Have you ever heard of Counter-Strike?
Yeah, I have. I used to play Counter-Strike. The original Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Have you ever pressed B on it and you go to like a buy mode thing?
Yeah, of course.
If you go into rifles and then you press like the third one at the bottom, like that way, and I see the SSG, and that's the one that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I'll have to get back on there.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, for being my special guest. Can you stick around for Math Corners?
Of course I can.
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. The Tiberius Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator rights. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
Get ready, it's time for the Bowling Score Report!
I got to go to Boardwalk Bowling, and I got a 147, a 103, and a 97. I got to play with Ellie, Paige, and Mercedes, and it was so much fun. I got to see Andrew and Izzy again as well. It was great to get back to doing 3 games at a time again. Hey, you should come and play with me.
Oh, you'd beat me. I'm terrible at bowling.
High scores are 157.
I don't think
Hashtag show off.
I've hardly even gotten over 3 digits before. Yeah, 103 or 105 is probably one of my highest games.
Oh.
Where's Boardwalk Bowling at?
It's on Colonial Drive.
I've never been there before. I think I might come by and see you sometime.
Boardwalk Bowling has 80 lanes.
80? Oh my goodness.
It goes from lane 69 to 80.
Oh, okay.
Necessarily. So, if you want to go bowling with me, be sure to join me at the new summer league at Boardwalk Bowling Monday nights at 6:30 in the evening, bro.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
Thank you, Jennifer, for helping me with Math Corners. Today, we're going to talk about patterns. So I'm doing my IXL.com skills, and I found patterns. So a pattern is a repeating element of units that follow the same sequence. So if we have the units of circle, circle, square, circle, and blank, then you have to fill in the blank, which would be circle. The units don't always have to be shapes. They could be A, B, B, A, B, B. Then the next way would be A, B, B. And so that is the pattern. So now you can get really complicated patterns as well. You can have a pattern that has different shapes and colors. Or, if you want it to be really hard, you can have shapes that have different directions.
Are you good at these patterns?
Yes. My dad used to make patterns out of sugar packets at the restaurant. He would have 3 different color packets, and they would have to be turned over or upside down or even sideways. And I would have to figure out what the pattern was and complete it. One time it was so hard, I got it right, and my mom asked me how I got the answer because she had not figured it out yet. It was cool because it used both colors in the direction of the packets. Using patterns, you can learn a lot about math and sometimes even get the answer before you have the entire question. This is because you know where the next item should be, but always remember to check your work just in case. So Jennifer, do you now know all about how to do and making and solving patterns?
I feel like I know a lot more than I did.
Of course, because I was just teaching you.
Actually, we do use patterns at the gun range quite often, actually. You know, a lot of our regulars that come in want the very end lane just so they don't have a bunch of other customers walking by them or behind them. So we'd always put them at the very end. And then, other customers just don't want, people right next to them necessarily while they're shooting. So we keep them, one lane in between each person to kind of, and it makes a little pattern.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, for your help with Math Corner.
No problem. Anytime.
And now it's time for Heart of a Lion. We at the Tiberius Show like living with the heart of a lion. Living with the heart of a lion stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and nobility. We asked Dr. Ferret exactly what that means.
Leadership is really about influence. Leadership is, and the way we define it is good leadership, is about setting the right example and encouraging other people to do the right thing. Integrity is about doing right no matter what. Through life, there are a lot of different circumstances that arise, and integrity, someone who shows integrity, it doesn't matter what all the external things are, they always choose to do what is right. Obedience is about obeying those who are in authority over you, whether that's a teacher, a boss, a parent, that when you are asked to do something, that you respond with obedience, quickly and completely. Nobility is about having respect. It's about carrying yourself with respect and showing respect to others. When you put these four things together, that's Lion Strong.
We're going to talk about obedience. For me, I think obedience is being fully committed to doing what is pleasing God. The qualities of obedience are compliance with a good attitude and respect for the laws. You know when someone is obedient when they follow instructions willingly and thoroughly. I see obedience each time we go to Oak Ridge Gun Range. See, using firearm is not stuff that just anyone should do. You have to be trained in how to do it safely and have to be obedient and listen to your parents and instructors when you are on the lane. Even if you don't want to, you have to stop when told to. This is because firearms used incorrectly can cause you to get hurt or worse. So you want to be trained by a professional, like the people at Oak Ridge, but you also have to obey all the rules and ensure everyone on your lane is obeying all the rules as well. This will ensure that everyone is safe. I listen to my dad and only shoot when he says it is clear. I follow the instructions and I know I will be able to keep learning and more as long as I follow the instructions and practice obedience. So Jennifer, do you just use obedience at all this week?
Oh, all the time. All the time, because we have to talk to all the people who come into our range. We remind them constantly of different safety practices that they don't realize, because we realize that every day we deal with guns all the time. So, we're constantly practicing these safety procedures and just basic safety rules. But, our customers, they deal with it maybe once a week, once every month, once a year, or the first time ever. You have to constantly be on top of the safety aspect, especially when using firearms.
Of all the Heart of a Lion virtues, which is your favorite?
Obedience, for sure.
Obedience. Wow. We should always try and be lion strong in everything we do. And that's our show, folks. I want to thank the one, the only, Jennifer Quigley, for being my special guest this week. It has been so much fun talking to you today, and I hope to get to see you at Oak Ridge Gun Range to practice my marksmanship. Oh, and please tell the boss man thank you so much for being one of my sponsors.
No problem at all. Just make sure to check us out at oakridgegunrange.com or on Facebook at Oak Ridge Gun Range or on Instagram at oakridge407.
Wow. And be sure to listen to us next week on the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Boy.
The Tiberius Show is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Executive producer, Joseph Boyd. Production editor, Pierre Laguerre. Green Room manager, Danny Boyd. Broadcast associate, James Smith. And your program host, Tiberius Boy. The Tiberius Show is copyright 2018.